Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Planet for Tech. So I hope you all are enjoying a lot while watching my previous videos and you are practicing parallelly. So if you have any questions or queries, so you can ask me in comment. I will love to reply to your query. So in our continuing session of PHP learning, so today I am going to describe you few important and very frequently used PHP functions. So we will see today what are those functions which we use in a regular way and mostly asked in an interview as well. So these functions, if you will guys aware about this function, so definitely it will make your task easy and you will be able to solve a complex problem in a single line of using these functions. So let's start. So these functions are nothing but you can say these functions are predefined function of PHP and these functions are mostly asked in the interview questions. Doesn't matter you are fresher or you are experience holder. So these questions are very common and these are asked. Even in my 10 year of experience, many times I got asked this question, so I replied there as well. So as per my experience and as per the need of the industry, I have grouped those functions here and going to describe you these functions one by one, and I will try to describe you all things by showing some practicals and very less theory. And however, there are total 78 such kind of functions available, but out of them few are very simple. So for that, I'm not going to describe here. I will try to attach notes for this in my description of the video. But the function which are very uh, useful and being asked in the interviews, those questions I'm going to cover in this session. And I believe I need to create one more session for to cover this PHP functions because there are total 78, but out of those which are important, those only I will cover here. So let's start learning one by one. So the first function we are going to learn about this is nothing but the array chunk. You can see here array underscore chunk function. So one common way of writing these nodes I have mentioned here, you guys can see here. So this the parameter which are mentioned as which is colored as red are required one, and the parameter which is showing a black. So this is the optional one. So in the array chunk, you can see there are three parameters we can pass. The first one is the array itself, and the second one is the size, and the third one is the Boolean type true or false. So what it does? So array chunk basically it divides the whole array. It divides the whole array into, or you can say it splits the array. Let me write here splits the array to smaller arrays. So what it does, it split the array into the smaller arrays. I'm going to show you. Let me start my Visual Studio here. Yeah, so I hope you can see my Visual Studio here. Let me, yeah. So I'm going to write one function, one array here. So this is the my array, and inside this I'm going to have few values like you can say Ram, Mohan, few employee names I'm going to have in this array, Ram, Mohan, and John you can have, and Ellie you can have, and Kumar. So we have here five employee in this array. Now I want to split in two groups. I want to make two groups from this array. So what I can do here, So I will use chunk, array chunk, array chunk. So in the array chunk, we have to pass three parameters. The first one is the array itself. I passed here, you can see. And the second one is the size, how many number of group we want. So I'm passing here two because I want two groups. And the third parameter is the optional that we can pass true or false. So I will show you after this one. So this way I have written the code, you can see. Now let me show you what it is returning. So here in the browser you can see I'm going to type localhost and practice this way. Can you see my screen? Yeah. So I hope you are this screen is not visible. Let me set it so that you guys can see properly. Yeah, this time you guys can see. Yeah. So here you can see correct. So it is not showing any response here in this screen. So let me check like why it is not showing the response. So in the code we have okay, sorry. Here we have split the array, but we have not printed it. So after splitting the array, it will return the new array, multi-dimensional array it will return. So let me make it result and to print the array what we use? To print the array we use the result keyword. Let me show you the output. You can see it is showing the output this way. Let me show it in a beautified way. So to beautify the array response, what we use? We use the echo pre. Pre keyword we use to beautify the array response. You can see here. Sorry. So this way, guys, you can see it is showing the response here. So we had a array and we have passed the size as 2. It means it is going to take the first two element and making one group. The first two element is Ram and Mohan and created the one group. And the next two element is John and Ali, so it is creating another group. And the third one, because we have one more element, so it will come into the next group. So here you can see if we have a third parameter here, so that third parameter is we have three parameters. You can see the employee and the size of the array means the element number of element how many number of elements we want in that group that we have mentioned here. And the next one, the third parameter is optional. We can pass true or false. If we are passing true, so let's see what it is showing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means it is preserving the key. It is preserving the key means you can see the RAM it is the first element. So first element always have the index 0. So here you can see the index of RAM is 0 and the Mohan's index is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. In the same way it is preserving the key 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we are passing the false, so what it does, you can see it is showing 0, 1 and again it is showing 0, 1 and 0. So the third parameter, in the third parameter is the boolean. If we are passing true, it is preserving the key. That is why it is mentioned here, preserve key. So if you want to preserve the key, you have to pass true, otherwise it is false. So this is what about the array chunk. So what it does is split the array to smaller arrays. Whatever size you will give, on the basis of that, it will split the given array. So the second one. Now the next line can say the next function array change key case. So again it is going to have two parameters. The first parameter is the array itself, whatever array we will give here, and the second parameter is a case. So here we have to pass uh, uppercase and the lowercase. What case we want here to display? Let me show you array change key case. So what it does, basically it changes the key array key case, change the case of uh, of array keys. Let me show you one example here, then only you will be able to understand it more clear. If I am going to create one array again, emp array. So I have one as associative array. Name is, I'm going to have the name Ramesh, and location. So for location, you guys can see I'm doing one mistake. So here you can see the name, the first key is the name. It is completely in lowercase, but the second key is location. So in the location, L is capital and other letters are in lowercase. So in this situation, if you want like all the case of the array must be same. So what we can do that? So for that there is a function array change key case. So I will pass this array here and it will return me new error. So new array, that array we can use here result, and we can print this result echo. Let me give the pre and print r. Here we can pass the result. Let's see what it is printing. You can see here the first key is as it is because it was in already in lowercase, but the second key it is changed. So in the given example, the first letter was capital letter, but in the output you can see it is showing as a small letter. So this is what array change key case does. Array change key case changes the case of the arrays key. Now the optional parameter. Sometime if requirement comes like we want all the key should come in uppercase. So what we can do? Because by default it is showing you all the key in a lowercase, but the requirement is you want it to show in a uppercase. So we can pass case underscore upper. So this is the constant provided by PHP. Now this is optional one. If I am passing, so it will behave like that. You can see here it has changed all this key in a uppercase. So this way you can see we can pass the optional parameter and we can expect the output whatever we want. So I believe these two functions you guys have understood properly. So array chunk, what it does, it basically splits the given array into the smaller one, and array change key case, it what it does, it basically changes the case of the given array. And the second parameter is the boolean, and this is optional one. If we are passing, it's not a boolean, it is a constant actually, not a boolean. Sorry, it is a constant. If we are passing uh, case underscore upper, so it is showing all the key in uppercase, otherwise by default it is showing all the key in a lowercase. Now come to the next function, that is the array column. What it does? So array column is nothing but you can say, let's suppose you have one tabular data and you want the response of particular column in output. So how you can achieve with the help of array? I'm going to show you. So in PHP Storm, it is not possible to make the tabular structure, but I can show you with the help of array here. Let's suppose I have list of employee. Let me make it EMP list. So in this EMP list, let me make it fast. So I have list of employee. In this EMP list. I have three employee, you can say. The first employee data is like this: name, location, and in the same way, the second employee data. Let me make a name Suresh, and the location is Mumbai. And third employee data is Sunil, and the location is Goa. Now the requirement is like we want all the locations. The requirement is like this. We want all the locations. Let me adjust this screen first because I don't know why today it is not showing properly. I think it is bit clear. So the requirement is we want all the locations. Like we want to know, like we have the employee, so from which locations all those employees are coming. So we want the list of locations here. So how we can achieve this? With the help of uh, array function only. You can see. So for that only we have this function array column. So we have to pass three argument. The first one is the array, and the second one is the column key. Which columns data we want in a response, that we need to pass. Here we can pass. You can see. Let me uh, array column. You can see I have to pass the array emp list, and we want the data of location column. So this way, and it returns the array basically. So we need to assign it to the result. Now let me show you. You can see it is showing the list of all the array, all the locations here. In the same way, if you want to know how many employees are working there, so what's their name, so you can pass the name column here, or name key here. So it will give you the list of employee only, list of the employee names, not the location. So this way you can take response on the basis of particular column whatever we are passing here. And you can see here, so if the third argument is here optional, array is the array whatever we have to perform there, and the column key, the name of the column key, and the third one is what, index key. So here we can pass either index or key. So if we are not passing anything, it means the response will give us the indexed array. You can see here it is giving us the indexed array 0, 1, 2. But if we are passing as key here, so it will give us the key. Let me show you how it works. If I am going to give the key, let's see how it works. You can see here. So it is taking like this. Whatever key we have passed, that is going to be, we have passed the locations. So it is taking their locations. So the first value, Ramesh location is what? Bangalore. And Suresh location is what? Mumbai. So this way we can alter it also, so that the output will become more friendly one. Now you can see. So this way you can understand. Ramesh belongs to Bangalore, Suresh belongs to Mumbai, and Sunil belongs to Goa. So if we are passing the key, so it is taking the key from the column itself. If we are not passing the key, so it is taking the key as index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and minus 1. So this way this function works. So this is the use of array column function here. Now the next function. So what it does, let me write it first here. Gives response in array format on the basis of column on the basis of selected column from provided array. So this is the definition of this function. Now next is array combine. What it does. So you can see here we have to pass two arguments here, and those two arguments are mandatory one. There is nothing optional. So array combine, what it does, it basically combines two array. So the first array going to be work as a key, and the second array is going to be work as a values. Let me show you in the practical example how it works. I am going to create two array here. The first array is like employee emp name. The first array I have created is the emp name. I'm going to pass the name, sorry, Ramesh, Suresh, and John and Mohan. So this way you can see we have prepared one array here. This is the name of all the employees. Let me create another array here. This is EMP salary. So let's suppose the salary of first person is 10,000, sorry, 10,000. The second person is 20,000, and third person is 30,000, and the fourth one is having 35,000. So this is the salary. Now, so if these values are separate ones, so we cannot uh, export some information from this, because the employee name is different placed in a separate array, and the employee salary is placed in a separate array. So let me combine these two array and give uh, take a more informative result here. So for that, what function we have to use? We have to use the function name array combine. So in this function we have to pass two array every time. The first array will be the key, and the second array will be the value. And this function returns us new array. So we need to store it in the result, and let me show you the output here. So guys, you can see here it is giving you the combined response here. So the first array's elements becomes the key of the new output, and the second array elements becomes the value of this keys. So this way you can understand here. So we need to pass two array every time whenever we are using the array combine. So this is the mostly asked question in an interview. So you guys, you have to make it note like array combine what it does. So array combine basically gives new array, and the first in the new array the keys are coming from the first array, and the values are coming from the second array. So this way you have to describe it. So the question comes like, let's suppose in the first array we have four element, but in the second array we have only three element. So how it behaves, let me show you. You can see here it will always give you the error, fatal error, because it is not able to understand like what salary it should assign to the Mohan, because Mohan is not having the salary. So one mandatory condition is there. All these two array must have the same size. So this is the point of note. You can note it. Note all the array must have same size. Otherwise, it will give you the error. Now the next one is the array merge. So what the array merge does? So array merge is basically used to merge more than one or more than one array. So this is used to merge the array here. You can see. Let's suppose we have two arrays. This is employee group one. I'm making it short and going to make another array emp2. So in the emp1 you can see we have two employee, but in the emp2 we have another two employee. Now we want array merge. So what it does? Array merge, we need to pass this array here. We can pass n number of array. From 1 to n number of array we can pass, and we can see the output here. So it is showing us the new array in a merge format: Ramesh, Suresh, John, and Mohan. So here we have to notice one more thing. Let's suppose I am going to add this Ramesh here also. So what it is gives, you can see Ramesh, Suresh, John, Mohan, and Ramesh. It means it is duplicating the value here. It is duplicating the value here. So it can give us the duplicate value, but the key is always unique, because we are merging the array which are indexed array. So you can see here the index of this one will become 0, and this is the 1, and this is the 2, and this is the 3, and this is 4. But in case of associative array, this will not work. In case of associative array, if the keys are same, let's suppose uh, I'm going to make the key here also. So this is the first element. If we are using associative array, so what it does, it is going to override the previous value. You can see here the first element is Ramesh, the second is the Suresh, and here again we are going to use the key one John. So on the basis of key, if the keys are same, so it overrides 3. So guys, what we are going to have in output. Let me show you. I think we have done some mistake here. One, two, three, and array merge emp1, emp2. Yeah, correct. It is showing correct. You can see here. See, one is Ramesh, two is Suresh, and one is John, and two is Mohan, three is Ramesh. So this way it is merging these two array. So this is what this array merge works. So this way, guys, we have understood like how this array merge work here. So there are two nodes. You can see if we have two or more array elements, and if those are having the same key, the last one overrides the other one. The last one overrides the other one. So this way it works. And the second note is what? If you assign only one array to the array merge function and the keys are integers, the function returns a new array with the integer keys starting at a 0 and increases it by 1 each value. So this way it increases the value of 1 by 1 in the new array. So for this class, guys, this much only, and we are going to cover the next rest functions, remaining function in the next class. So till that, keep watching and keep practicing more and start learning lots of things. If you have any query, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you, guys.